Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday night. We got Sasquatch back in the house. Mr. Michael Coley himself, Mr. NC Relic Hunter is here with us tonight.
Guys.
So excited to have Michael back here with us. We enjoyed having Digging Daryl last week too. Glad to have Michael back with us. Michael, you doing good, buddy?
Yeah, doing pretty good. I'm glad this weather's starting to warm up a little bit.
Yeah, you gonna get out and go out there and get you a suntan, Michael? Is that what you're planning on doing?
Well, last weekend I got my neck was burnt. I
Your
don't
neck
know if
got
it's the
burnt.
I don't know if it was the wind, or the sun.
Well, you know, Michael, that's why they call you a redneck. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
that's about right.
Well, hey, we got a great show planned for tonight, and we appreciate everyone being here. And we're going to do like we always do, Michael, with our great shout outs at the beginning to recognize all of our great members that are here tonight and that are being a part of this show. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And again, we have the best YouTube group on YouTube. We definitely do. Don't you think so, Michael?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely the most experienced and educated. I've
yeah.
learned a lot from them as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, and even if you are a new metal detectorist and you're here for the first time, we've got information and things for you too as well. So, you know, we've got a very experienced group that is willing to share knowledge, and we appreciate everyone being here. And thank you for taking your time on your Friday night to be a part of our show. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to tackle Friday night, Michael, because they feel like they're not going to get the people to come in here. And we never have that problem. We have people showing up every Friday night wanting to be a part of this. And that's what makes it so much fun, right?
That's right. It's the cheapest entertainment you can do if you
That's
go
right.
out.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be comedic. Sometimes it can be a little bit, maybe a little bit disturbing sometimes as well. But man, it is so good to be here with everyone. And I appreciate all the support. Michael and I both appreciate all the support we get from you guys as well. So let's give our shout outs as always, Michael. We love to recognize everybody that's here at the beginning of the show. We got Mr. Old Pelon. Glad to have him here. He has been an awesome supporter of the channel, always leaving comments, always participating, and we appreciate him so very much. Mr. Ferris Grump, he says he can't be around here tonight, Michael, but he wanted to pop in and say, hey, well, we appreciate that too, Ferris Grump. Thank you for taking your time to leave a comment here. Sniff It Out, he says, hey, guys, Southwestern PA checking in. We're glad to have you, Mr. Sniff It Out, as always. Mr. Doug Atkins in the house. Doug's also a great supporter of the channel, our last week's guest, and the guy that filled in for Michael last week, Mr. Digging Daryl. We're glad to have
Thank you, Daryl, for doing that.
Yeah, we appreciate Digging Daryl filling in for Michael last weekend, and he did an awesome job, Michael. I don't know if how much you watched of the last show, but
I did.
He did amazing, and we appreciate Digging Daryl. Mr. Bubba Smith is in the house from all the way from Louisiana. So glad to have him all the way from Louisiana. Mr. LC Hunt, he says, how's everybody doing? Well, I'm doing better now that I don't have the shingles. And Michael, I don't know, Michael, you doing better?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good. We got Mr. Ricky Bennett. He says, good evening, everyone, and happy Friday night. Thank you so much, Ricky. We appreciate you so much. Mr. Richard Pelkey's in here. He won our giveaway last weekend, which Richard, it is on the way. I promise you. I just sent you an email. If you haven't checked it, it's there. So you should be receiving your giveaway very, very soon. So be out on the lookout for that. Thank you, Richard, for being a great supporter of the channel. We appreciate you. Mr. Prospectors Cash is in here. He says, hi, everyone. I was finally able to make it. Love the thumbnail with the metal detectors with a light bulb on the end. Right.
Yeah. Is that a new accessory from AXP?
Yeah, look, it's a new metal detector, Prospectors Cash. You just don't know about it.
I noticed that too, Prospectors Cash. I was like, what is that?
Well, look, who cares? You know, whatever. We know that we've got lights on metal detectors, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
we do now.
We sure do, don't we? Those Nocta machines have got the LED lights underneath. Yeah, and the Mind Labs. Yeah. Workman's Adventure. He says, good evening. Glad to have Workman's Adventure with us tonight. Always a great supporter. Mr. Keegan. He says, hi, everybody. Glad to have him in the house. We got Mr. Zapper in the house, Michael. Glad to have Zapper. Appreciate his support. Mr. Kerry Pope in here. Always a great supporter of the channel and always here on Friday night. We appreciate Kerry so much. Mr. Bobby Short, also always here on a Friday night, hanging out with us. And that's the biggest compliment that Michael and I can get, is that you guys are choosing to come on here on a Friday night when you could be doing a lot of other things, but you're hanging out with us. And that really makes us feel really good about what we're doing. And hopefully we're bringing you some very valuable information and you get entertained along the way as well. So we appreciate you, Bobby Short. Mr. Digging Dude, all the way from New York. Digging Dude's been running that Rudis Versa and those Nexus machines and the Tesoro machines. He's all over those machines. So go check out his channel if you're interested in any of those. So thank you, Digging Dude, for being here tonight. We got Mr. Buzzsaw here. Glad to have Buzzsaw. He says, good evening, everyone. Appreciate Buzzsaw being here. And he's becoming a regular too, Michael. I've noticed him on here a few times, and we appreciate him being here. Mr. Nose Digging is here. He says, good evening, all. Glad to have Nose Digging. Appreciate him being here tonight. We got the Tech Meister all the way from Ireland. He's across the big pond, and he's tuning in, and you know it's late there.
Yeah.
Really must enjoy the show, and he gives some very valuable information and some insight into some of the things that maybe are going on over there versus what we see over here. And we appreciate him being here. Always a great source of information. Mr. Greeny Meanie, glad to have Green Meanie here. We appreciate him as well. And he is always tuned in with us too. Mr. Jeff's Detecting Channel. And he says, hello, hello, all. Appreciate you being here, Jeff. There's Mr. Gene Gilstrap. Gene won our giveaway a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully you got those things, Gene, and they arrived safe and sound to you. Appreciate you being here, Gene. Always glad to have you here with us. We've got the Key Date Kid all the way from Excalibur Shovels, and we've got some great information about shovels tonight. We might even mention the Key Date Kid tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there'll be a little segment where we'll show that digger.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that, definitely. Jeff's Detecting Channel, which I think we already mentioned him. I'm trying to get to everybody. Don't tread on me. He's here tonight. Appreciate him being here. And I know he's waiting patiently on that XP Deus 2 HF coil. We'll talk about a little bit about it tonight. We don't know much, but we'll talk a little bit about it. And, maybe we could wish it to come. Let's see what happens. So appreciate Don't Tread on Me being here tonight. We've got Mr. William heading all the way from Ohio. Thank you so much for being here tonight, William. We appreciate you. 5 Mile Relic Hunter is here with us tonight. And I believe he's got a channel too. And I believe I've watched a couple of his videos. Glad to have 5 Mile Relic Hunter. He says, evening, gents. And we're super excited to have you here with us tonight. North Carolina Lost Relic Recovery is here tonight. Glad to have him here with us.
Hadn't seen him in a while.
Yes, super excited to have him here. Mr. David Moss is in the house. Glad to have David back with us. We've been missing him, so glad to have him.
David the other day.
Yes. Metal Detecting Northwestern Wisconsin. Glad to have him. Super, super nice guy. Great info that he shares with us and on his channel. But super excited to have him in here with us. We've got Mr. Joe Dirt. Thank you so much, Joe, for the super sticker. We appreciate that. Remember, any donations that we get tonight, either a super sticker or a super thanks, all of those things go straight back into the channel. We have to pay for this live stream as we do stream through our streaming service, and it's not cheap. So, Joe Dirt, thank you so much. And, of course, the shipping for the giveaways and those types of things as well. So, Gene, your hat should be there. If they're not there, I'm getting a little concerned, but they should be there. So I hope that they're not held up somewhere.
Well, shipping, we've had a lot of problems at work as far as shipping too. especially USPS.
Yeah. Well, Gene should be there though, I would think by now. But
Yeah.
I'll see if I still got the thing and do the tracking. I should have sent him the tracking on that. Buzzsaw's there. I'm here to learn all I can about these multi-frequency detectors. We will share with you as much as we
Brian's
can.
got a few of them. He ought to be able to tell you.
Oh, yeah, I got a few. You guys can see behind me, and we're always excited to share anything that we learn. And we're going to share some information tonight about some of these multi-frequency machines. So, Buzzsaw, this is a great night for you to be tuned in with us. 5 Mile says he doesn't have any videos up yet. Well, 5 Mile, we appreciate you just being here, and that's awesome. Zapper said he had a killer find today. You'll have to share that with us, Zapper. Share it with the audience as we're going through this and so on. So again, we appreciate you, and we are super excited that you're here on Friday night. So Michael, I think I've gotten everybody. If I missed you, then let me know. I'll give you a shout out for sure. But again, so glad to be here on Friday night, sharing some information with you guys, and we're going to go through a whole menagerie of things today, Michael. But you know what we're going to start with? The first thing we're going to start with Michael's famous tips of the day. And I know everybody is ready for that because Michael has some great information to share with all of you. And Michael is a very experienced metal detectorist. He finds some phenomenal things. He's very knowledgeable about what he does. I love hunting with Michael. He and I just bounce each ideas off of each other left and right. And that's what makes it so much fun when we get together and we go hunt and we start playing around with these machines and talking, and we get all kinds of ideas from each other, and it really makes it special. But Michael's got something really special tonight, and it's not about a machine. It's about the tools that we use when we go metal detecting. So with that, we're going to play you Michael's tip of the week. So get ready. You might want to jot some things down. Michael's got some important stuff he wants to share, and I think it's going to be a good one. So let's hear from Michael. Even though I know he's here, he's recorded this for you guys. That's how important our tip of the week is going to be from Michael. So stay tuned. Key Day Kid, you're not going to want to miss this. So check this out. This is from our main man, Mr. NC Relic Hunter, Michael. Thank you, Michael, for putting this together for us and sharing your information. So let's see what Michael has to say.
Hi guys, I just wanted to hop on here a minute and film a little tip for the week. This is kind of about the shovels that I use. I have several different shovels. If I'm hunting in sandy soil, I like to use a shovel with a blade, kind of like this, a round bottom shovel, where you can take a larger scoop out, if it's sandy soil, and you can, kind of like where Brian hunts down there, you can get a bigger scoop with it. In the summertime, when it gets hot, the ground gets hard or rocky soil, I use a shovel with a blade kind of like this, more pointed. You can't, take as large of a scoop out, but it's nice to have this when the ground is hard and it's rocky soil. But here lately, we've got some shovels from Casey at Excalibur Shovels, and this is kind of the best of both worlds. You got a wider blade here, so you can take a larger scoop out. It has the point for when the ground is harder. And I really enjoyed using this shovel. He's just got back from painting this one. I just got this one back, so that's why it's so shiny. But yeah, this is a wider blade. You can take a larger scoop, and it has the point on it. And if you're hunting yards, you may want to use a small shovel. I do have a smaller shovel that I like to use for hunting yards. And it's kind of intimidating. You go into dig coins in somebody's yard with a big shovel. So I have a smaller lead shovel with a small blade that I use for that. But that's kind of the tip. If you can't, get multiple shovels, I would get one like I was talking about I got from Casey, the Excalibur, with the wider blade and the point. You kind of get the best of both worlds. All right, have a good week, guys, and I appreciate it.
All right. So there you got it. Michael's tip of the week.
Where were you at?
Yeah. So yes, very good job by Michael. Michael, tell them a little bit, and since we have the Key Date Kid on here, who, if you haven't checked out Excalibur shovels, you really do need to. He makes a fantastic shovel, high quality, very durable, handmade, basically. He does all the work himself. Pays very special attention to detail. And Michael just sent back his shovel to Casey. Tell him a little bit, tell the audience a little bit, Michael, about what you had done with your shovel and so on, so they can get an idea for what Casey can actually offer them too, as far as paint jobs and specialty customization and so on.
I got used to using a T-handle shovel. And the first time when I bought the shovel, I got the D handle, and I realized that I'd rather have a T handle. I got used to it, and I asked Casey if he could modify it, and he did. And I think I got the whole. It only took maybe a week from when I seen it till I got it back. And he's in Utah. I'm in North Carolina, so he jumped on it. He done a good job. He repowder coated it, and it looks great. And good quality welds on it, and beautiful paint jobs.
So if you are interested in a good shovel and you want something sort of custom made, or even if you don't want something custom, he can do whatever you want. Check out Casey at Excalibur Shovels. You won't be disappointed. And Michael had some great tips as to the different types of shovels that we use, why we use those shovels, what types of soil we use those shovels in, what are the purposes of using those particular types of shovels. And Michael did a great job on it, sort of explaining that to you guys. And hopefully, I know a lot of you know stuff about shovels, and everybody's sort of got their own shovel and what they really like to use.
They're short too. I can tell you that.
My gosh, yes, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, and be careful.
Yeah, I know. So again, Michael, thank you so much for doing your tip of the week.
Yeah, I appreciate Casey with that quick turnaround. I mean, it looks great. He put the T handle on it. The color is actually black on the bottom, and it's a gold, like kind of a dirty gold on top. It's called Blackbeard's gold.
Right. And Casey does an excellent job. And we love dealing with Casey. We love talking to Casey because he's got some great ideas and just does a fantastic job. So check him out for sure at Excalibur Shovels. And maybe, Michael, let me see if I can pull that up real quick and show you his website for those of you that are interested. And I know that spring is right around the corner. And some of you that haven't been able to get out and dig, you're going to be able to get out and dig real soon. So we're going to share Casey's site on here real quick. And let's show that and show y'all the site for Excalibur. So you guys, and there it is, Excalibur Shovels. And you guys can check him out on Excalibur Shovels. All you got to do is excaliburshovels.com. And there it is. You guys can see it. Mm-hmm. And beautiful site. You can go and you can hit the shop all button. He has all his different types of shovels, which you guys can see there. So we're giving Casey a plug tonight, but Casey does a wonderful job, and he is an excellent ambassador to the hobby with his attention to detail for shovels. So again,
glow in the door paint too. Check that one out with the ball handle there, the glow in the door. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. It glows in the dark. That's just crazy. Yeah. So maybe we can get Casey back on here sometime in the near future and have him explain some things to you guys as well. Made here in the United States or made in the USA, 100%. So it's going to be good quality. You're going to get a good solid shovel. and Casey will do you right. And Casey works pretty quick too, like Michael said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've got all kinds of. He's got all kinds of shovels that you guys can select from. So thank you, Casey, for what you do for us and what you do for the hobby. We really, really, really appreciate you. And again, if you guys are looking for a great shovel, check out Excalibur Shovels to find you something that fits your needs, whatever it may be. And he's got plenty to pick from, I promise you.
Zapper said he's been thinking about putting a long handle on his hand digger, but he's actually got a shovel, that's similar to that. I can't remember what the name of it. Maybe Casey can let us know, but it's actually in the picture right there.
Right. Yeah. He said Mermaid Treasure Hunter has one. She's in Nippon. So he's talking to Yakina, who's all the way from Japan. He says, greetings from Japan. I'm probably the only owner of an Excalibur shovel.
He might be.
Yeah. Well, he just said, though, there's somebody else that has one in Nippon. So
really?
There you go. So, yes. And I know DCM, who's on here right now. Thank you, DCM. And he says that digger that he has is one of the nice ones to have.
The Sax digger.
Yeah, the Sax digger. So again, there are so many good shovels that Casey has in his arsenal and for you to pick from. So go check out his site, excaliburshovels.com. And that it looks just like what you're seeing here. And you can shop. If you hit that shop all, you can do that. If you got any questions, you can hit the frequency ask questions button. You want to contact Casey, you can contact him through that contact tab up at the top, and he's got plenty of other things on there for you to look at. So go check him out. But great supporter of our channel, and we appreciate the Key Date Kid and Excalibur Shovels for being a big part of what we do, and we appreciate him. So there we go, Michael. So great tip of the week, and we appreciate Casey so much. And again, if you're in the market for a shovel, give them a shout. All right, Michael. So moving right along, Michael. So Michael, I learned something recently on my last hunt. So, and I've got this hunt coming up, and I wanted to bring this up because it sort of shocked you too, and that was the idea of lower numbers, Michael. So before we start this, let's ask our audience, what is the lowest number that you have dug with the Manicore, the Deus 2, the Nocta machines? What is the lowest number? Mine Lab machines, whether it be an Equinox, what is the lowest number that you have dug? I'm curious, because I found out something this week that shocked Michael and I both, and I know maybe that was something I shouldn't have ignored, but we did ignore it. And I'm the first to admit I'm not perfect and I make mistakes, but boy, I learned a very valuable lesson this past weekend. So I'm curious to see Deus 2 only dig down to 40. Okay, good. That's what I want to hear. He says only dig down to 40. Deus 2, David Moss is in the 40s. Okay. 21 on a Deus 2. So DCM, what did you dig that you dug a 21 at? That is my question.
What about Manicore?
Yeah, any Manicore users on there, what is the lowest number that you
Relic Ring said a 1. I mean, gold, I can understand that.
Yeah, gold. Okay. Low to mid 30s XP Deus 2, high 30s in the UK. Right. And I know because I was hunting with the history digger last weekend, and he told me that those hammered coins over in Europe are ringing up in the 30s. And so that got me to thinking, and I got surprised. So we're gonna talk about that in just a few minutes. Workman's Adventure says I dig every repeatable no matter what number, and that's
a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea, definitely. Jeff's Detecting channel says 23 on the Legend, which I guess, yeah, I mean, I can see that. I would still like it to be lower than 20. But 23 is still pretty low on the legend for sure. Prospector's Cash is small 14 karat chain, 6 grams, 27. What did he say he dug? What was the number that he said? Did he leave that up there?
27.
27. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Here's a good one. Key Date Kid says, I found a gold ring that hit 9 on my equinox. Okay. And I'm assuming, is that the 900 or the 800, Key Date Kid? Yeah. Some of the pewter buttons come in around the 40s. Okay. Right. And we're going to look at that in just a second. Bobby Short says 10 with the Deus 2 ironback button. That's really interesting for sure. Digga Dude says UK Saxon silver skeet coins mid 30s on the XP Deus 2. Yeah, and that's what the history digger was telling me. And he got me to thinking, because we were talking about that while we were hunting together. And I got to thinking, and I started implementing some of the things that he had said on the site that we were on. But I don't think he was following the same principle that he follows over in Europe that he was following here. And we both got sort of shocked. Manicore relic hunting, a 20. It was a gold coin. Michael?
Yeah.
20, a gold coin. Well, we dig a lot of those 20s. I will say that.
Yeah.
Worman's Adventure says, I hunt mostly Civil War sites, so you never know. Sure. I have my discrimination set at 35 on both the Deus 2 and 1. Okay, so he's running his discrimination pretty dang low. Green Mountain 64 says, if we had those cut quarter hammered here, I would dig lower. All right. Bell says on the Deus 2, she's dug a 38, and I've dug a 37 with the Deus 2, and I should have known better because that's a good lesson. And I dug that particular button back when I first got the Deus 2, and I somehow started thinking, hey, I know enough to know that I'm not supposed to dig anything below 40, just like a lot of these other guys were saying, but I got surprised. So, yes, Key Day Kid said it was on the 800. Digging Dude says, I've dug a small flat cup buttons in the 30s here in the United States. Okay, good. Zapper says iron volume on. Metal Detecting in northwestern Wisconsin. He says, if I'm hunting in the water or beaches, then it's different. Then I dig all beats above iron. 5 Mile Relic Hunter says, I dig a lot of crap below 25, which is nickel, but I find buttons and Civil War bullets at 18 to 24. Again, he's right on track with probably the logic that Michael and I were using. And I'm going to show you something in just a minute that sort of blows a lot of that away. Found a U.S. rosette with Manicore, rang up 1819. Yeah, and Michael wasn't digging some of those signals until I told him, but now he's going to find out that we might have done something wrong. So we're going.
I would dig 18 or 19 if it got below.
Yeah, dig the repeatable signals and hunt it out areas regardless of ID number. Right, and if you're a screen watcher, this is the video. This is the video for you for sure. Les says, I have dug some very low tone tomback buttons on the edge. Don't know the number, but pure low tone. Yes, exactly. The Key Date Kid. And Prospector's Cash says, scanning a few small nuggets, I suspect it breaks around ID of number 25, Deus 2 sensitive full tones, number 21 using the prospecting mode. Right, that's pretty low on the Deus 2 in the 20s. I don't think I've ever dug anything in the 20s with the Deus 2. Have you, Michael?
Not that I can remember.
Yeah, I know I haven't. So maybe we've been missing some stuff. But anyway, guys, I want y'all to see this video. And this was something that just happened last weekend. I was with the history digger out on a hunt. And look at this video. Now, I'm using the Manicore, but forget about the machine at this point. Think about the lowest thing that you have dug and how that would compare to this signal. Now, I will tell you this. This signal is going to ring up an 8 and a 9 on the Manicore, okay? We swung over it with the Deus 2, and it rang up a 41-42 on this same exact target. Now, Michael knows that we have passed up. I know I have passed up a lot of those 40 signals with the Deus too. And Michael had passed up a lot of 8, 9s, and 10s with his machine. But I want y'all to see, just so you can understand what we're talking about. And I know a lot of you say, well, just dig it all if it's repeatable. And that's easy to do, but sometimes we get suckered into thinking
the little lead balls.
Yeah, we dug lead balls like it was going out of style on this site, and we didn't want to dig any more lead balls. And so that's why we thought we knew more than what our machine was actually telling us. And I got humbled. And I dug I had 112 holes that I dug last weekend. 112 holes. And the majority of those holes came at the end when I realized this. So I want y'all to watch this video. So stay tuned. It's not a long clip, so it won't take long, but I want you guys to see this. I think you know what targets ring up. And I'm here to tell you, you do not know. And I just got a good lesson in that. I have been passing up some of these signals, and I should have been digging them. So down here, and I'm going to pull this up, you guys can see it. I just dug this. Now, it's a button, pretty obvious. It's a pretty old button too. And I'm not sure if there's anything on it right yet. I don't think there is. But I want you to hear what this button rings up on the Line Lab Manicore. I want you to see the number. So the number is an 8. So guess what? If you've been passing up 8, you might be missing the find of a lifetime. And I investigated, and lo and behold, this is what I got. I mean, I know the button is broken. It's a pewter button, which is pretty obvious. So what have I been missing passing up 8s and 9s?
Could have been a USA
and 10s.
Yes,
that's right. Good question. So good lesson. Got to dig those low targets, especially on an old site. All right, y'all saw it. 8, 9, and 10. Dig them. You got the Manicore running all-terrain load conductors. Okay, we'll catch you guys soon. Stop recording. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, you like you said, it could be a final. It could have been a USA button.
Michael, it could have been a British Rev War button.
Right,
it could have been a USA button. It could have been some rare pewter button. And here we are. We passed up 8s because we thought we knew more, because we were digging those little lead balls, and we just got tired of digging them. And then all of a sudden, I decided to dig one because of what Rob had been telling me, the history digger. He says, oh, over in Europe, we dig 30s and such on the fine hammer coins. Well, knowing the age of this site, that got me to thinking even more. I said, you know what? Maybe I should dig this. And I dug it. And that button, and I'm not making, well, y'all could see how the size of that, but that button was bigger than a quarter. It was somewhere between $25 and $50 size button that I had missed. Michael would probably miss. Michael would probably walk right over it.
Yeah.
And again, I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. And I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that Michael and I made, thinking exactly what that's going to be, because you dug a lot of other stuff that's the same thing, And for you guys that are beginners, this again is a great lesson for you too. If you're new to metal detecting, it's a great lesson. Don't think you know everything about what those targets are going to be or what you suspect they're going to be, just because you struck out on a few holes that you dug, coming up those same numbers. Yes.
Would you say it was a 40, 41 on the?
It was a 41, 42 on the Deus 2 is what we showed on that. So, but I like Bell said, I have dug a pewter button that rang up at 37, 38. Now, if it's a small pewter button, then yeah, the possibilities of it being in that range are really, really strong. if that's the case. And I feel like it is the case. So guess what I'm doing when I go back out to that site, Michael?
Yeah, dig those repeatable signals.
Well, and we could have done that all along. We were just so frustrated with digging so much lead out of this field that we just got it in our heads that it was going to be lead. It was going to be a lead ball. Stay away from it. But of course, we whittled through a lot of the good targets, and now we're down to the nitty gritty. And that sort of forced me to have to go that way. So again, and I know a lot of you say dig it all, dig it all, dig it all. But you guys know, I mean, we all get these tendencies in our heads that sometimes we think, well, I'm not digging it all. I'm tired of digging that. We all get that way, so it's easy to say dig it all, but sometimes you don't want to dig it all, and I hear that quite often.
Yeah.
and but again, it's allowing me to go back into a site and dig those other targets, those signals that we might have passed up and so on. So again, yeah, Corey Kunkel says nobody digs it all. Well, and again, I've got the benefit of being able to go back to this site. Now, if you're not being able to go back to a site, you're not going to dig it all.
Right. You don't have time.
You don't have time. And the other thing is you've got to pick out the signals that are going to be bona fide good targets because of where they ring up on your machine. Yes, and it depends on where you are. Exactly. All of these are things, but this is great for somebody that's new or for some of us that are even seasoned. I'm a seasoned metal detectorist. I'm not an expert, and I don't consider myself to be a professional, but I also learned a lesson from this as well that, as much as I like to think I know sometimes, and Michael's the same way, we don't know it all. We think we might, and we tend to lean towards our tendencies or what we've already done or what we've already seen before. And we get into that mode sometimes, and we sometimes forget that, hey, maybe we need to be a little more open-minded to some of these things as well. Don't you think so, Michael?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, that was an eye opener for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes. And Digging Dude says broken pewter buttons. He says, I found a broken Massachusetts 3rd Regiment ringing in the high 30s. Right. And who knows? Who knows what else I'm going to find? Because, I mean, I didn't realize that till the last half of the day that I was missing some of those things. And I went on a rampage. I mean, I don't even think I dug so many buttons that I don't even think I got enough room to put them all in a video.
That's I did dig 4 silver coins over the weekend.
Yeah, Michael dug 4 silver coins, but I dug 112 holes last Saturday, or at least that's how much I think I did, because I got 112 clips. So that's crazy to think about, but I went on a rampage when I realized that, hey, I've missed some of these targets. Let's go back and investigate. So yeah, Metal Detecting Texas says I dig it all. That's how I find square nails and all the big iron. And that's the way a lot of us feel. We feel like we dig it, we're going to find iron or we're going to find lead or whatever it may be. It's not going to be anything good, but you can be surprised. As well. Key Day Kid says, I went over a $5 gold coin, didn't dig it. I was tired of digging up shells. My buddy came right behind me and popped it. Right. And that's what I said. You could be missing out on a find of a lifetime. And this is more of a lesson to try to keep anybody from making the same mistakes that I did and that Michael has done on this site. We don't want you guys to make the same mistakes. We want you to find the best find that you could possibly find and be excited about it. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. It's not to point out my weaknesses and Michael's weaknesses that we didn't dig those things, but it's to help you avoid making the same mistakes. And that's what good teaching and good learning is about in a lot of cases. Good evening, Michael Brian. Glad to have you here, Chris. Appreciate you.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, appreciate you. And Corey Kunkel says, I dig more sometimes when I get desperate for a good target. Right. We all do that. Buzzsaw says, I've been detecting on and off since the late 70s with old Garrett machines. Nothing wrong with those old Garretts. If you know those machines, you're going to find stuff for sure. Piedmont Artifacts depends on where I'm in. And yeah, we said that earlier. Bobby Short says, if I'm away from modern trash, I dig just about everything. Depends if my knees are sore. Right? And that's the way I am too. Bobby, I'm with you 100%. Yes, Buzzsaw, Manicore now. Yes, the Manicore. Well, I use all machines, which you guys can see. I've got access to most of the major brands and most of the major machines that are on the market right now. And they're all good machines, and I've said this 100 times too. Again, it's how much you learn how to use them. And, if it's the Legend, if it's the Triple Score, if it's the Equinox, if it's the Xterra Elite or the Xterra Pro, be the most efficient that you can with it and learn the machine and get more knowledgeable with the machine. And you're going to find things. No doubt about it. Good evening, everyone. Dirt Devil Detecting's on here, Michael. Glad to have him in here with us. Jeff's detecting. Absolutely. Like I said last week, take a detector that you have not used in a while to a site. You will probably find something new. That's right. You use new machines and you're going to open up or unlock maybe some targets that other machine might have missed. And it could be where you walked, how you walked, which way you turned, and especially when you're dealing with the kind of situations that I deal with and what Michael deals with, is because there's so much iron masking a lot of those targets. You can hit it one way and not hit it the other way. And again, he's exactly right. Jeff's detecting channel is exactly right. We got some great comments. Corey Kunkel says it's not just about slow and careful or how good the gridding is. There's a luck factor that's sure. Yeah. Luck is part of it. Experience is part of it. Knowledge is part of it. And sight is part of it. All of those things weigh into all of this. There's so many different factors into hitting a target and being able to find that target. And Corey, you're exactly right. Thank you for sharing that comment. Metal Tech Northwestern Wisconsin says, hey, Teach, I finally received my new waterproof headphones for the Vortex. They are available now. I hope the 5x8 coil is next. I'm hoping so too, Corey. Metal Tech Northwestern Wisconsin. I'm hoping it's going to happen really, really soon as well. I think with the 5x8 on that Vortex, I think that opens that Vortex up even more. Even though, like we said, we know it only goes up to 28 kilohertz or 25 kilohertz. I still think it's going to be a viable machine on the market. So we'll see what happens there. Zapper says, when I dig old houses, I go solely on sound, especially where there is visible tinfoil around. Definitely, for sure. DCM says, when I start getting fatigue, I'm definitely guilty. Right. We're all guilty of that, DCM, especially when it gets late in the day. We don't want to keep digging a lot of those same signals, whether they're shotgun shells, whether they're lead balls, whatever they may be. We all get tired and fatigued sometimes, and we're not willing to dig those targets. And that might just be the target that is the good one. But we don't know.
Tell you guys, and if it's a spot you can go back to pretty regular,
yeah,
and you're getting tired, you might as well just go ahead and stop for the day and come back. Because I just can tell you, I'm not on my game as far as hearing the signals when I get tired like that. And if you can come back to the site, I just stop and come back.
Right, Michael. And, Dirt Devil Detecting says we've all made those mistakes.
Yeah.
And again, I'm no professional, and I'm not going to claim to be an expert. I'm not going to claim any of this. But what I am going to claim is I'm a sharer of the truth. And when I know that I've made a mistake, I want to be able to share it with you guys, because I know that's something that you guys can benefit from. And it's like I tell my kids that I teach all the time. My mistakes is your gain, because I'm going to share those mistakes with you. And I teach economics and government. And I share my mistakes with those kids, and those kids really appreciate it because they're going to learn something from it. Well, I learned something.
Your economic mistakes you've made.
Yes. Oh, we've all made economic mistakes. We've all done it. It's just like we do in metal detecting. And so again, that's the way I look at these things. I don't look at it as, I failed at something. I look at it as it was a learning experience. And I take something positive from that experience and I bring it with me to you guys or to somebody that didn't know to try to help them. And that's what we're trying to do here. So again, that's why we do it. They says I found a brand new zipper pull this morning. Look, hey, I've dug a ton of those zipper pulls for sure. That's the way it is. Yeah, Key Day Kids are right. The way you start off at the beginning of the day is a lot different than the way you end the
That's
day.
right. Exactly.
That's exactly so true, Key Day. You're exactly right. Yes, it is time and health thing. If you have time and can return to a site, right. And that's a big part of it too. How many times you can go back to a site, but if you can't go back to the site, then naturally you're going to go for the best sounding signals first off, the best ones that are showing up on your machine, target IDs, sound. Those are going to be the things you're going to focus and hone in on first. And then if you do have the ability to go back, then you just keep whittling away at it, and then sometimes even taking chances, right, Michael? You've taken some chances on some of your best finds as well,
Right.
Yes, for sure. And I know I'm getting behind because I'm running my mouth. I've been stuck in the house since February, going to check the ground tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the shovel in the ground. Well, we hope so too, Northwestern Wisconsin. Good luck to you as well. Gene Gilstrap says, I feel after so many signals, good and bad, my brain kind of gives up. And a lot of people feel that way, Gene.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out there for 8 hours or so, when you get around hour number 5, 6, 7, 8, you start to fade a little bit.
Right.
And I get that for sure. For sure. So Buzzsaw says new update came out for the Vortex today. I have not seen that new update. I got to go check that out, Buzzsaw. I haven't seen that. So they didn't let me know this time. So apparently they've just sort of bolted ahead to make sure. But I'll go check that out for sure. Thanks for sharing that. Let's see here. Yes, Key Day Kid says, yeah, Gene, my brain starts to discriminate everything out. That's right. Yeah, when you get that late into the day, for sure. Corey Kunkel says, Michael said an important thing. I'm not on my game. Headspace is extremely important to this too. Very, 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 very important as well. DCM says, I've had park hunts so crappy I get excited about that. I've had that happen to me too. You just get excited. You get excited about digging a penny sometimes, just to get something different from a pull tab or some of the other junk that you're digging in those parks. That's why I don't like park hunting as much, DCM. I'll be honest with you. Bobby Short says, your kids must learn a bunch. They do, because they learn from my economic mistakes, my financial mistakes. But I enjoyed teaching to these kids, and I got a great group, and they love what I share with them. And it's so funny. The best thing you can get as a teacher is when a kid comes back to you and says, hey, look, I really appreciate what you told me when I was in your class. I'm using those things now. And I realize how important that is. And I have had kids do that, as well as some of the runners and people that I coach. And they come back to me and they say, hey, I really appreciate what you did. It really makes sense now that I'm older and I sort of understand a lot of those things. But that's the most gratifying thing as a teacher, that these kids do come back and they share that with you. And that's what I live for. And hopefully I'm going to live for that with you guys as I get towards the end of my teaching career as well. Prospector's Cash says, I never get tired when I'm finding good stuff, and I'm done in an hour if I find nothing. That's
true.
That is so true. I mean, that's just the way it is for sure. Metal Detecting is a good one, just the pull. He's talking about that zipper pull. He says it's a good one, not just the pull, it's the whole thing. So I get where that's coming from, because that beach hunting is tough, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, it is. Especially where you're at.
Oh my gosh. But the funny thing is my beach just doesn't have a ton of trash on it.
Yeah.
So you can walk and you might not get a signal, and that just drives that's worse too. So Michael, a couple other things. So we talked about these low signals. That was the main thrust of what I wanted to share tonight. Was these low signals and how we need to be very conscientious about what it could possibly be and not get too consumed with not digging some of those lower tones and those lower targets, not paying as much attention to the target ID and listening. Like I said, repeatable signals really can tell you a lot. The one thing that I will say, and Michael, I think Michael will agree with me on this, is when we get with the Manicore, the one thing that I do like, even though it's not always totally 100%, but I would say it's probably about 75 to 80%, is the screen on that machine that actually can sort of tell us. So when you see a round, dot ringing up on the center line on that ferrous or on that non-ferrous line, I mean, to dig it. I mean, it's telling you, dummy, dig it, and I'm sure that Michael and I have probably had 8s and 9s that were ringing up with a perfect circle in the middle, and we probably just said, that's a lead ball.
Yeah.
Did Michael?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I know we did. Michael. And so again, that's the one thing I can say about that Manicore is that screen does play a little bit of an advantage in that situation, over some of the other machines. Now with the Deus 2, it's all about the audio, repeatable signal, high tone, mid tone, however you want to use it. That's where the Deus 2 shines. I think a little more so than the Manicore. And of course, you guys know I love the Deus 2. That's my main machine. But, I do see the benefit of that Manicore screen sort of playing a role, especially on those sort of iffy signals, especially on those low signals now, because I should have paid attention to that screen a little bit more. And I might have dug those things if I would have really paid attention to that circle. Now, that circle's not always 100%, and Michael will testify to this. What rings up as a circle in the middle of that line, Michael, that we found out a bunch?
Wire.
Dang wire.
Yeah.
So if you have a Manicore and you get a piece of wire, you might as well forget about that screen because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you at all.
Now, it'll be a non-ferrous item, but a lot of times it's going to be like he loves wire. I mean, he calls it a perfect circle on it. I don't know why, but it does.
Gene says, I need my Manicore to say, hey, dummy, dig it. I know. We all need that, Gene. You're exactly right. We all need that for a machine that says, hey, dummy, don't overthink it, dig it. Because we will all overthink a target, especially you guys that are getting more and more experience. That's why sometimes these new guys that go in there with new machines, they don't know any better. So they are out there digging it all, and they end up with a great find. And we end up just like going, what?
Matt asked if we're talking about a musket ball. We say lead ball. No, we're talking about little.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we're talking about buckshot.
Little bitty.
Yeah, they will drive you crazy on a colonial site.
Yeah,
and of course they use lead for everything. For you guys that don't know this, and I know Don't Tread on Me's on here, and he could probably testify to this too. But they use lead for everything, and so you're sort of at the mercy of deciding to dig and not dig a lot of times with those lead balls. But we've dug them, and the thing was a lot of those 8, 9s, 10s, 12s, 11s, those things turned out to be lead balls. So Michael and I said, well, gosh, there's so much lead out here. I don't want to keep digging all these lead balls. And we got that in our head not to dig them. And, we found out that we were totally wrong in that situation. And again, I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake or when I misread something, but I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that Michael and I did. That's why I wanted to share this, because I thought it was so important to share with you guys and to help you guys in case you've been passing up on 8, 9s, and 10s with a Manicore or Mind Lab machine, or you've been passing up on low 40s, high 30s signals, because those, especially if you're on a colonial site, those could be the finds of a lifetime. They could be gold, like somebody mentioned earlier too. So don't be afraid to dig those signals if you're on a site like that, because you don't know what you're missing. And that was the main thrust of what we wanted to share tonight with a lot of you guys as well. Zapper says, I've been running the 9-inch round HF coil on my Deus 1, stuck the 6x9 HF coil on this morning. Wow, what a difference. That 6x9, it does a great job in real trashy areas. The only downfall I see to the 6x9 versus the 9 is the depth of it. It's not quite as deep. What do you think about that, Michael?
And it's got a really tight detection zone down the middle.
Yeah,
of that
the sweet spot of that coil is very, 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 very finite, very, very small. So again, that's the only downside to it. Great at unmasking for sure, but again, you got to have your ears on a lot of that for sure. So again, that's but it's a great coil, and I love that coil, and I've got it on mine right here on my Deus 1, Michael. Old HF coil. So real quick, Michael, before we wrap this thing up, let's talk a little bit about that new HF coil. And I know a lot of people have been waiting on it, and I know it's coming. I just don't know when. We know they said at the end of the fourth quarter or by the fourth quarter, which means it could be in April. You know, now that they haven't really released any ads yet, which I was sort of hoping for an ad these last couple of weeks, but we haven't seen it. You know, we haven't seen it. Thank you, LC. I appreciate that so much. That will pay for the shipping for our giveaway tonight, also to help pay for the cost of the streaming service. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. But back to this, you know, the unmasking capabilities of that HF coil, you know, is it going to be what we think it's going to be? Now, we just got through talking about how you and I were digging little small lead balls. Are we going to dig more lead balls? Little small pieces?
I think so, small targets.
But are we going to be able to tell the size? That's my main thing. There's got to be some way for us to tell the size and not think it's something really, really deep.
Well, they hinted, you know, they were still working on the audio on that machine. So who knows what they got, you know, have in mind as far as that goes.
Yeah.
You know, being able to size the target, or, you know, we just have to wait and see what. I'm sure there'll be an update with it. I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too, Michael. I really do. And I've got a lot of I feel a lot of good things about this new coil. I feel a lot of good things, hopefully, about an update that XP's got planned when they do release this coil. And I don't feel like we're going to get disappointed. I think it's going to be a learning curve. That's what I want everybody to realize. You know, you're going to have to be patient with it. You're going to have to learn it. And, you know, they may have to have updates for it, you know, until they sort of fine tune it just exactly right. But again, you know, I think it's going to be a great unmasker, just like what Don't Tread on Me is saying right now. But I want a little more differentiation of target size, depth of target, and so on. If I get that. And of course, we know that the closer they are to the ground, the louder they're going to sound. But how are we going to know the difference between a small lead ball versus something else that's really deep?
Right.
That's going to be the question. And, you know, that's going to be where we're at. Thank you so much, Prospectors Cash, for the super sticker. Again, those things go straight back to us. And we're sharing some great information tonight. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content as well. And thank you again for being here tonight. And thanks for being a wonderful supporter of the channel. Thank you, Ferris Grump, tonight, too. We appreciate that as well. Again, going to the shipping, the support of our stream, and bringing y'all some of this great content that we're sharing tonight. So Zapper wants to know lead balls. I've been digging super. Yeah. So these are usually buckshot, or they could be pistol balls from that period. They're very small in a lot of ways, and those are the things that we're digging a lot of. And we're hoping that with this new HF coil, we just don't go crazy digging all these little small pieces of lead, which could easily be out there. And that's where we are. So, but I'm real excited about the HF coil. I think it's going to do great at unmasking, like a lot of people are saying. I think it's going to give us the option to go even into some of those higher frequencies. It's going to be great for you guys that are looking for gold, especially out on the beach. So you guys that are beach hunters, you should probably celebrate this new coil, because that could unlock a lot of those signals as well. Some of that small gold, those earring backs, those thin, small gold chains out on the beach, that could be something too that gets more unlocked with this coil. I think that for us relic hunters, I think the unmasking capability is going to improve somewhat with the higher frequencies. So, and again, with it being a smaller coil too, it's going to help us in these trashy areas to sort of unlock some of those signals. So I can't wait to go back to some of my sites that I've hunted and use that smaller coil and run that higher frequency just to see what happens. And we'll see what XP does with the update too. So we got to feel like there's going to be an update, but I'm not sure on that. Maybe they've already got this baked in. I don't know. But again, like I told you guys earlier last week, when Philippe says he's coming on, then that means that we're very, very close. That's all I can tell you at this point. Right, Michael?
That's right. And I mean, if they're going to try to make that end of the first quarter, it's coming quick. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see if they can hit the target.
Right.
Hey, they're the ones who said they would have it in by the end of the first quarter. I got to believe they will. They've never given me any reason to doubt it. And like I said, I'm in contact with them. And I promise you guys, I ask them every week. Michael, do I not ask them every week what's going on with this?
They're probably getting tired of you asking.
Yeah, they get tired. It's coming. It's coming very soon. Very soon. That's the response I get. And so that's all I can tell you guys is that's the response I'm getting. So I'm sharing that with you. And again, hopefully I'll have one very soon. And hopefully I can share what I'm seeing with this coil. So again, I think it's going to be really, really lights out with this coil as well. So let's see, what is the size? I'm assuming it's going to be the 5x8.
Or it's like 9 by 5.
Yeah, it's the smaller.
Like
yeah, or a little bit larger than 5x8. So yeah, it's coming. So just be prepared. I think it'll be the similar size to the original HF coil on the Deus one. And I don't know what color it's going to be. It could be white. It could be black. Heck, who knows? It might even be red. Who knows? So we'll see what happens with it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be along the same size parameters that were on the Deus 1 coil. So, yes, Zapper says it names your poison faster. That's right. Yes. Prospector's Cash says, I'm excited about the gold possibilities with the HF. I hope it's 70 kilohertz or faster. I do not know what the max is going to be on it yet. And I've been asking them some of the details. Just tell me a little bit. Give me something. But I'll tell you what, XP's tight-lipped. So they're going to tell you when they're ready to tell you. And I can keep pushing as much as I want, but they're not going to tell me. They're not. Yeah. So we'll see what happens for sure. And like I said, it's going to be an exciting time. Let's just put it that way. And when all of us get this coil, a lot of us are going to be taking it out to our sites and hunting with it and enjoying it and trying to find things that we missed. And that's all going to be great. And hopefully it passes the mustard for all of this. I don't have any doubts that it won't. And I think Michael feels the same way. So what are you most looking forward to, Michael, in that HF coil?
Going back to the sites, that we've already been to, and see if we can pull anything else out with it. And
right.
Yeah, I mean, and the lightness of it is going to be a lighter coil. I imagine it's going to have the battery in the stem like the Deus one.
Yeah.
So,
And we've had some questions about it, how much waterproofing it's going to have. I don't know that yet either. So we'll see what happens there. And XP, when they make their ad or whatever they decide to do over the next few weeks, then we'll see. We'll see what they say about it as well. So again, let's just keep our fingers crossed that it's coming real soon. Got to be by the end of April, is all I can tell you, right, Michael?
yeah, I mean, if they want to make that mark, it does.
Yeah, they got to hit their mark. If they want to hit that mark, then they need to do that. So we'll see, guys. And like I said, as soon as I find out something, you guys will be the first to know. Just remember, like I said, when Philippe comes on here, then that means we're close, or it's getting ready to happen, or it might have already happened. So
I'll be able to use it to find those pellets in my turkey that I killed.
that's right, when you shoot your turkey, right, Michael? Because that thing's going to pick up some really small things for sure. So, but again, we'll see what happens, and we'll look forward to the release of the HF coil, and we'll see what we'll have. Don't Tread on Me says April will be second quarter, right?
Yeah.
End of March.
Yeah, I mean we'll have to see.
Yeah, Chris says that he must have missed your tip of the day. Go back and watch, Chris. It's a good one for sure. So go back and watch Michael's tip of the day. It was awesome. Tomorrow is supposed to be around 78 degrees and clear. I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going out too, hopefully tomorrow, and get a little bit of hunting in as well. So hopefully that's going to be happening very, very soon. So one other thing too, just to mention, because Garrett has been kind enough to do our giveaway for tonight, is to talk a little bit about the Vortex. Somebody said that an update has been released today. I haven't seen that on Facebook or YouTube, but I'll go check it out. I do believe the Vortex is getting better for those of you that have that machine or thinking about getting that machine. And while we're doing that, real quick, Michael, before we do our giveaway, let's mention a couple of people that we need to do, as they play a big role in our channel. And that is LMS Metal Detecting. We want to give Mike a shout out. His information is scrolling across the bottom. LMS Metal Detecting can get you hooked up with all the latest and greatest things in the metal detecting hobby. He has shovels, scoops, detectors, pinpointers, anything and everything you're looking for. Go check out Mike Heil at LMS Metal Detecting. His number is scrolling across the bottom. If you haven't seen his site, he has a great website. I'm going to throw it up here for you guys to see. And Mike does a fantastic job, great customer service. He can help you out, give you great advice. Mike's a very knowledgeable metal detectorist, and Mike can get you hooked up with all sorts of things for anything you need for the metal detecting hobby. And we're going to throw Mike's website up here on the live stream, and you guys should be seeing it now. There it is. And right now, if you didn't know, he's offering their Mind Lab is running a 25% off thing with any of their accessories. So you might want to go check those things out. He also has the Vortex VX9. He has the Xterra Elite. You get a free Profine pinpointer, 40 pinpointer, if you buy an Elite through Mike. Again, Mind Lab's running 25% off of accessories. Free AccuPoint right now with the Legend. All of those are great deals. And then Mike carries a great selection of sand scoops, the Pro Fortis, the Cube scoops that you see here on his website. Go check him out. LMS Metal Detecting, 843-457-2795. Friendly service. Go give Mike a try. I think you will really appreciate what Mike has to offer. And he provides a lot of support after the sale. He doesn't just sell you something and then walk away from it. If you got a question or you need something, Mike is the guy. Very knowledgeable metal detectorist. He's been metal detecting longer than I have, and knows his stuff, and will be more than happy to set you up with anything that you need. So definitely give Mike a try. If you haven't checked his site out, go check it out. I think you'll be impressed. He's got one of the best website designs of anybody I've ever been to. But 25% off on accessories with discount code March on there that you just saw. He carries all the XP products. Of course, you guys know I love XP. And again, Vortex VX9 also there for you as well. So want to give Mike a shout, and we appreciate Mike for being a sponsor of our channel. So again, just real quick, talk about the Vortex. Vortex is getting better. Updates are coming fast and furious. I think Garrett is on the right track with the Vortex. We're looking for that smaller coil. I think that's going to make that machine even better. I love what they've done with the target IDs. They've definitely improved that. They've done a lot of good things to make this machine one that is going to be a viable machine in the market. Again, headphones, you do have to buy, but maybe, who knows, Garrett might have some things planned in the future for that. And I think as this machine sort of eases its way into the market, you could see, I don't know this for sure, but you could see some price cuts possibly too with the VX9. They got the VX5 and the VX7, which means you could buy any of those machines, and then you could upgrade to the VX9 just simply through a software update to get all those extra features that you get with the VX9. If you are interested in that machine, I've got some videos up on my channel. You can go check it out, the Vortex VX9, and you can see it in action on the beach and in a relic hunting situation. And I think you'll like what you see from the Vortex VX9.
Hopefully they'll have when they get that smaller coil out, hopefully they'll have a package deal with maybe headphones and that smaller coil. That would be a good option.
Yes, definitely, for sure. And so, yeah, I mean, I think this machine, other than it not going up to 40 kilohertz, and some people are making a big deal out of that, but I know for the longest time I hunted with my Deus 1 running 25 and 28 kilohertz, and I did just fine with it. I don't think you're losing that much going all the way up to 40. Maybe
I had asked, did I get the stickers that he sent me? I hadn't seen any stickers. I got some from Workman's Adventure.
Yeah. Well, look, we've already said this because, like I said, I know I've sent Gene's hats out. Gene's saying he hadn't gotten it, and who knows what's going on with the postal service. But it seems like a lot of things have been getting going later. Yeah, so I don't know. But if anybody wins tonight, again, I'll try
be
to
on the lookout for them though.
Yeah, if anybody wins tonight, I'll get them out as soon as I can. Just remember, I have to physically go to the post office. Unfortunately, my post office closes at 4:30. And if I don't get there, I don't get out of school till almost after 4 o'clock. Michael knows this.
Oh, he was talking about Michael Workman. I thought he was talking about me.
No, I'm talking about you. So sometimes it's hard for me to get to the post office. And my mail lady, I would never stick anything in my mailbox to let her do it and print the label out. That's just, then it really would get lost. I hate to tell you guys that, but that's the truth. If I don't take it to the post office, then I'm worried it won't get to where it's going. So again, I take it directly to the post office and hand deliver it, put it in their hands, and let it go from there. But we do have a great giveaway tonight, Michael. And this was something that was sent to us by Garrett. And Michael has seen these, but this is the new Finds Keeper.
I got one.
Yeah. And I love this Finds Keeper. I'm opening it up. And we've got the little protectors with the foam pad that you can put your coins and rings or whatever it is you find you don't want to get damaged. And then, of course, you got the little side compartments. Really small, compact, snaps together. It's got Garrett on the front of it. But I really love these things. And I filled mine up last week. So Greeny Meanie asked me a question, and I saw it, and I was running my mouth at the time. He wanted to know what my percentages was of all those holes that I dug. Well, I dug 17. I got 17 buttons out of 100. Well, 17 buttons out of 112 holes, but I also dug some other things too. Shoe fragments, a coin, some other things. So, 20, maybe 20 something out of 112, is basically what it was. But again, I dug a lot of holes and I took a lot of chances because once I realized that, those lower numbers were coming like that, I started going crazy trying to dig whatever I could. So, but again, Green Mean or Greeny Meanie, if you're in here, then that was it. So Damien says, yeah, I really don't need anybody else to enter. These are nice though, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they are nice.
I really like these finds keepers. I really
Metal
like.
Metal gave me one of those, by the way.
Who did?
Metal.
Mental Metal did. Okay. That's because Mental Metal, you know how Mental Metal is. He's got access to everything. Mental Metal does. When you're a big time YouTuber like Mental Metal, you get access to everything, right?
That's right. He said I'm gonna give you one of these because I know Brian he's not gonna
Oh,
give you
whatever. I've given you all kinds of stuff. You told him, say, look, are you gonna take care of Michael when he needs a coal or if he needs something? Yeah, you need
That's
to
what
tell
he
him
said.
that. Yes, for sure. Zapper says all shipping coming our mess here lately, even down to their value. Right. And I believe that because I know when I ship those hats out, and that's got me concerned. But Gene, let me know if you're still on here. If you don't get those hats, let me know, please. And I will definitely I'll make it right for you, buddy. But you should have those hats. You should have had them either today. Maybe they'll come tomorrow, but they should be there for sure. And Richard, if you're on here too, your gloves should be coming too. So just hang tight with that. But again, be patient with me. And we're going to be giving away this Garrett Finds box. And again, it is really nice. I used it a lot last week too myself. Really love sticking it in my pouch. It's small, compact. But the problem was I dug so much that I filled it all up, Michael.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't
Garrett,
take long, does it?
what's that?
Said doesn't take long. You're digging that many buttons.
Yes, it doesn't take long. And the other thing is that Garrett does make one that is a little bit larger than this that has it on both sides. So if you guys are interested, you can go on Garrett's site, and I'm sure you can probably even go on Amazon and find them too. But this is a nice find.
I like that one the best.
Yeah, I do too. I really like this one a lot, and I appreciate Garrett sending this to me and being able to give this away to you guys as part of our giveaways on here tonight. So again, if you are thinking about a Vortex, go check Garrett out. Go check out the Vortex. Go check out my videos using the Vortex out on sites. We don't just throw up a video about the Vortex and only show it out in our backyard. We go out and we use the machine to help you guys sort of see what it's really doing, because that's how you really learn about the machine, what it does out in the field and what it does out in the wild. So we're doing that for you guys as well. Yes. Zapper says those boxes are for half-hour hunts. Well, look, I filled this thing up. I mean, it was slam jam full. And so that made me feel good that I was able to fill this up. But I do have the other box that Garrett makes, and I like it a lot too. But I really like this one as well. As I think the other box only has the foam thing on one side too. But this one's a little more compact. You can stick it in your thing, but you can go unload it. Go unload it and then load back up, while you're out in the field. You can do all kinds of things. So again, we will definitely see who's going to be the lucky person tonight to win this beautiful Garrett Finds box. And again, check out the Vortex. Go check out Mike, our preferred metal detector dealer down at the bottom at 843-457-2795. Friendly service, and Mike will get you hooked up with whatever it is you're looking for if you're looking for a Vortex or anything else. So again, go check him out. Damien, I don't think is Aggie in the house tonight, Damien?
Damien said Elon Musk fired all the mail carriers.
Apparently, I don't know. The mail has gotten really
They're
slow.
going to start using drones to deliver the mail, Brian. So get your shotgun ready.
Look, Amazon just needs to take over the mailing service, apparently, too. All right, so Michael, let's do this giveaway. So let me get to this real quick, and we're gonna pull this up, and we're gonna do our giveaway tonight. Michael, you excited?
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, I just showed you what I got.
Oh, you can give away one of the fines.
We're going to give away one of these Finds box. Yeah, somebody's going to be the lucky winner of a Garrett Finds box tonight. And these are really nice. And I think you guys really will enjoy it. So we're going to make it simple on everybody tonight, Michael. We're going to put this up. Hang on one second here. And let me share my screen here, giveaway tool. And there we are. So we are going to make it hashtag the box, hashtag box. So go ahead and let's start entering. And don't hit the space button. I don't think I hit the space button. Hopefully I didn't.
We'll see when they
I
start.
probably did.
Yeah, it's nice.
There it is. It's working. It's working for sure. We're going to make it a full screen. And while everybody's joining in, 20 people already for this Finds box. This is a nice box too, Mike.
It is.
Right. So we'll let people get entered in. Michael, I'll be right back.
$28 people. It fits in your pouch a lot better too. That's what I like about that Finds box. Slimmer design. All right, we got 32 people. You don't want me to sing, Daryl. Yeah, let's talk some trash about Brian while he's gone.
What? I'm here, Michael. I'm here.
That's what Bobby Short said.
Yeah, Bobby Short. We can trash talk Brian. What? Bobby, you wouldn't do that to me. I know better than that. Bobby's not like that. Bobby's not like that, Michael. Bobby's not like that.
I know, we're just picking with you.
Oh, I know.
Brian talks more trash than anybody you'll dare.
What? You're the one. Hey, this guy down here is a trash talker. He will ride me, and if he finds out something that I did that he can make fun of, this guy will make fun of you in a heartbeat. So don't let that sweet innocent beard get you fooled. All right, we got 34 entries in here. I'm giving away an Xbox. No, Michael might have an Xbox he wants to give away from his son for sure.
Yeah, I'll take it away from it. They're getting too old to use it. I'll give it away.
Yeah, we're giving away this beautiful little Garrett Finds box, guys. So get in on this. Great little thing to have. Very helpful. And something too that, you know, some of us don't think about, but when you find something and you want to protect it, it's always great to have these, especially when you got this little foam thing that you can stick your finds that you don't want to get damaged. I know a lot of people will take some dirt and put it in like a little medicine bottle and that kind of stuff, but these are really nice at protecting those finds too as well. So again, Garrett has done a really good job with making a very good little finds box here that we can easily pop into our pouch or wherever and be able to take it along with us. Bubba Smith says, I can fill it up with pull tabs. I hope not, Bubba. I really don't. We want you to fill it up with silver coins or gold rings. That's what we like to see. So there we go. Michael, have you filled up your box yet? He didn't fill it up last week. If he used it last week,
yeah, I feel.
He did fill it up with 3 coins.
Yeah.
Right, Michael? You got 3.
I dug four. I dug 3 Mercury dimes and a Roosevelt dime.
Yeah. So Matt says he only found 27 pull tabs last night. Man, I hate that beach and those pull tabs. There's just no way around a pull tab. Out on that beach, there's just no way. You got to dig it. So, yes. Yeah, Michael, they wanted you to sing. Matt said he wanted you to sing. Woo, that would be brutal for somebody if Michael started singing. Prospector's Cash says if you can't sing, you must be a dancer. Yeah, he's a dancer for sure. He's light on his feet.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right, we got 36. All right, we're gonna give just another minute or so, Michael, and then we're gonna do this drawing and see who's gonna be the lucky winner tonight. And while we're finishing this up, guys, thank y'all so much for taking your time on a Friday night to come and join us and be a part of this show. We really appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome and amazing as always. Best YouTube group out there, hands down, most knowledgeable YouTube group of any group that's out there. And we appreciate you guys. And we're all about learning on here. We're all about sharing information and having a good time all at the same time. And that's what makes this so much fun. So we really appreciate you guys. Yes. Zapper says that he has almost all of his beaver tails out of his yard.
That's good. You get them out of the way, then you find the good stuff.
I like this. 5 Mile says, do you shave your beard before the drag show? Love it, 5 Mile. Thank you for sharing that for sure. Oh, yes. Brian Thomas says he found one of those little pull tabs. Yeah, one of those pull tabs a couple of weeks ago. Use a 14-karat wedding band. That's why I dig them. That's right. You just never know, and you got to dig them. And he's exactly right. One of those pull tabs can turn into a great ring. You got to dig them for sure. All right. Bubba Smith says, Michael, are you ready for turkey season? And
yeah.
I think he is. Yeah, we've been talking about that. And, I've never been turkey hunting, even though I live here in South Carolina and I've got access to go turkey hunting, but I have never been turkey hunting. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go turkey hunting. So, all right, we got 38 right now, Michael. So there we go. Oh, Sonny Coley put in for a box. Hashtag box. Look at Sonny Coley. Very nice. Very nice. All right.
I guess I have 2 of them then if she wins.
Yeah. There goes Chris. Chris says, hello, Sonny. All right. Y'all ready to do this? All right. We're going once, going twice. Sold for the Garrett box. Let's do our drawing. And again, this is what you're bidding for. If you win, don't forget that I must get your address. Please send it to me at sransc@gmail.com and send me that address. We'll get this out to you sometime next week. So be patient. Mail system seems to be a little slow right now, but these things will be coming. And again, we thank Garrett for donating the giveaway. We appreciate Garrett and the new Vortex go check it out at Mike's store, LMS Metal Detecting. If you are interested in the Vortex, if you got any questions, Mike can answer those questions about the Vortex VX9 or VX5 or VX7. He's really good with all of these machines, and he knows them up and down. Or reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you as well if you are interested in the Garrett Vortex. So we are going to give away that box right now, Michael. Let's see who's going to be our lucky winner tonight for everyone that put in. Thank you again for being here tonight and being a part of the channel. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. For those of you that gave donations, super stickers, super thanks, we really appreciate that. That goes straight back into our channel and helps us come to you live each Friday night with all of this information and all of these giveaways. And we got more giveaways coming. Remember, if you're not a member of the channel and you want to be a member, you don't have to. But if you would like to be a member and get a little more information, pick up a special badge to show that you are a member of the channel and you support the channel. You want to get access to our monthly live stream with our members, then sign up for a membership. You can do that simply by hitting the join button. Memberships are available. We have 2 memberships, one at $9.99, one at $4.99. And again, you get exclusive access to our members only live stream, as well as getting a special badge to represent that you are supporting us as well. And we give some special giveaways to those members as well too when we do that live stream. So again, if you are interested, it's there. You don't have to. We're an independent YouTuber, so that just goes and helps and supports our channel even more. So we appreciate that. Let's do our drawing, Michael. You ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So here we go. Here we go. Let's see who is going to win tonight. Who is it going to be? And it is Digging Daryl, of all people. Digging Daryl. Digging Daryl just won not too long ago, but he's won again. So there we go. And again, got to put your name in to win. So we've got a fines box.
Getting paid for last week.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's what you do when you do good things, right, Michael?
That's right.
You help out your fellow neighbor. You help out your friends. Those are the kinds of things that happen. So again, Digging Daryl, we appreciate you so much. He is the winner of a Garrett Fines box, and he is going to love this Fines box. So Digging Daryl, we'll get that out to you as well. And congratulations to Digging Daryl. And again, awesome. Yes, congratulations. You know, you got to be here to win. So like I said, be here every Friday night. You know, come on in, join in with us. Got a chance to win something, get some great information, get the laugh and joke and cut up a little bit too with Michael and I, and just have a good time. So again, always super excited to be here with you guys each Friday night. I look forward to Friday nights. I know Michael does too. And we love sharing everything with you guys and just having a great time. It just feels like family, and that's what we're all about. And again, you guys are amazing. Thank you, Daryl, for the super sticker. You didn't have to do that, but we appreciate it. Again, all the donations for the shipping and for the streaming service, all those things go straight back into our channel. And we appreciate you guys so much. Check us out next weekend. Next Friday night, we'll be back for another live stream. We got more content coming from the channel. We put up a couple of shorts. We got some great videos too that we haven't finished editing yet, but we are going to get those up real soon. So pay attention for that. If you love seeing what we do, love seeing how all these things that we talked about tonight, how those things translate into our hunts, you'll see those things too. And I look forward to being with Michael real soon. In fact, guess what? Yeah. I'm going to be with Michael next weekend for a hunt, and he's bringing along a special guest. Mental Metal, Michael, and I are going to be together on a hunt. You guys have got to see this. This is coming. So if you're a follower of Mental Metal and you're a follower of our channel, then you're going to see us together on a hunt, relic hunt, digging some amazing artifacts and relics. So stay tuned for that. That's coming next weekend, guys. I'm so excited. Can't wait to be with Michael and Metal. It's going to be a blast. And there's going to be a lot of joking, a lot of cutting up along the way, but we're going to have fun. And you guys are going to get to come along for that adventure too. So stay tuned for that. Yes, Scott will be in the house, and we are really excited about that. So thank you guys so much. We're going to get out of here, let you guys go enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Thank you all again. Check us out next Friday night. Don't forget, we've got some great and amazing content coming your way. Congratulations to Dig and Daryl for being the winner tonight. Let's put us back up here, Michael. And we look forward to coming again next Friday night, going out on our hunt. And you guys that go out on a hunt this weekend, go out and find some amazing things. And if you want, you can share those things with us. Definitely can still throw some of those things up on the channel. We'd be more than happy to do that. And you guys are terrific, fantastic, and amazing all at the same time. We appreciate you. Stay tuned and check us out next weekend. And we will see you guys soon on our next adventure. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Go out and find something amazing.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, guys. We'll see you.